There are creatures that science has classified, studied, and explained, but every now and then something emerges that challenges everything we thought we knew. Hidden deep in the untouched corners of our world are whispers of animals that defy biology, evolution, and even logic. This story begins with one such creature, sighted in a place untouched by time, spoken of only in tribal legends, and dismissed by science as myth. But now, fragments of evidence are surfacing: strange DNA, vanishing researchers, and government silence. What if I told you that an animal has been found that shouldn't exist by any natural standard? And yet somehow it does. This is the story they don't want you to hear. Welcome to Mysteries of the Wild. It all began in the dense, humid shadows of the Congolese rainforest, one of the last truly unexplored places on Earth. A group of researchers funded by a private biotech company ventured into this green abyss in search of new insect species. But nature had other plans. Their motion-triggered cameras picked up something massive, larger than any known predator in the region. At first they assumed it was a gorilla, but the movement was too fluid, too unnatural. Then came the encounter. A shimmer in the darkness, tall and silent, with glowing amber eyes and a semi-translucent body that seemed to blur the space around it. The forest grew quiet when it appeared, as if even the insects held their breath. Locals spoke of it in hushed tones, calling it Mbwiri ya Mapepo, the spirit beast. They warned the scientists, some things live in the wild because the wild is the only place that will have them. Following the encounter, the team collected whatever evidence they could. Saliva traces from deep claw marks on tree bark, strands of hair caught on a thorny vine, and even a strange mucus-like residue left near a watering hole. When the samples reached the lab, the results stunned everyone. The creature's DNA was a biological paradox, part mammal, part reptile, part something else entirely. Its genetic code included sequences that don't exist in any known database, not even among prehistoric species. Even more unsettling was its ability to regenerate tissue rapidly, wounds sealed in minutes, similar to how certain lizards regrow limbs, but at a speed and scale never before documented in mammals. Some scientists suggested it might be a genetically engineered organism, a failed experiment that escaped. But others believed something older was at play, something not born of a lab, but of an evolutionary branch that split away millions of years ago, and survived in secret. Long before the scientists arrived, the tribes of the region already knew of the creature. Their elders spoke of it in stories passed down through generations, warning tales told around firelight, not to frighten, but to protect. They believed the animal wasn't born, but created, through a forbidden ritual meant to bind a dying predator's soul with the spirits of the forest. The result was something not quite beast, not quite spirit, a guardian, or perhaps a punishment, sent to protect sacred ground. The locals called it a curse wrapped in fur and shadow. Shamans refused to speak its name aloud, believing doing so would summon it. One elder said, "It is not a hunter. It is a judge. And it only appears when a boundary has been broken." To them, this creature wasn't just real. It was sacred, feared and respected. Science sought to analyze it, but the forest knew better. Some things are not meant to be understood, only avoided. Shortly after the creature was documented, the expedition was abruptly shut down. Satellite images of the camp went dark. Access to the area was restricted by military forces under the pretense of environmental protection. The research team was disbanded and their findings confiscated. Then, without warning, the lead biologist, Dr. Amelia Rourke, vanished. Her last known message was a single line: "It's not natural, and it's not alone." The biotech company funding the research issued a bland press release, denying the mission ever occurred. But leaked files told a different story, one in which the creature's biological structure was of immense interest to defense contractors. Its bioluminescent blood, capable of interacting with neural tissue, hinted at possible military applications, self-healing technology, biological camouflage, or even organic surveillance systems. What began as a scientific mission quickly transformed into a classified operation. And just like that, the story was buried, as if the creature, and everyone who saw it, had never existed at all. Despite the cover-up, one piece of evidence slipped through the cracks. A blurry, shaky video uploaded anonymously to a dark web server just days after the expedition ended. In the footage, something tall and slender moves between the trees with unnatural grace. Its body seems to bend light, almost invisible against the jungle backdrop, except for its glowing eyes and a faint outline that shimmers like heat waves. There is no sound, no footsteps, no breathing. But suddenly, a voice breaks the silence. A whisper. It speaks the name of the person holding the camera, in their own voice. The footage ends in static. The man who uploaded it was never identified, but several researchers confirmed the voice belonged to one of the original team members. One survivor, now living off-grid, later claimed the creature can mimic any sound it hears, including human speech. "It doesn't just follow you," he said. "It learns you. It becomes you." Whether the video is real or not remains debated, but for those who've seen it, there's one detail they never forget: the eyes, watching, waiting, like it knew it was being recorded. You said, as whispers of the creature spread through secret forums and underground science circles, two dominant theories emerged, one grounded in science, the other drenched in the supernatural. The scientific camp believes the animal may be the result of genetic drift in an isolated biome, an evolutionary fluke hidden for millions of years. Others propose it's the product of illegal bioengineering, a rogue experiment blending species traits for military or commercial gain, accidentally released or deliberately abandoned. But the other theory, the one feared and respected in equal measure, suggests something darker: that this creature is not just alive, but aware and ancient. A guardian forged through rituals that bound spirit to flesh, giving birth to something science was never meant to discover. Some believe it exists in more than one dimension, able to shift between realities, sensing thoughts, emotions, even memories. A living bridge between the natural world and something far older. Both sides agree on one thing: this creature is not just unknown, it's unknowable, and that's what makes it so dangerous. If a creature like this truly exists, why isn't it front-page news? Why isn't the world talking about it? The answer may be more disturbing than the creature itself. Shortly after the incident, all digital records of the expedition began disappearing. Emails erased, lab notes corrupted, and satellite imagery scrubbed clean. The rainforest region where it was found is now labeled a restricted zone under the guise of ecological hazard control, guarded by private security contractors. Former team members either went silent or retracted their claims, some after receiving large undisclosed settlements. One whistleblower reported that entire databases of genetic material were seized by an unnamed agency and never returned. Even online discussions about the creature are quietly deleted or drowned in misinformation. It's as if someone or something wants this story buried, not just to protect the public, but because whatever this animal is, it challenges the very foundation of what we call reality. And those in power aren't ready to face that truth. If this creature is real, whether born of science, summoned through ritual, or something that has simply eluded us for centuries, it changes everything. It means that nature still holds secrets too vast and complex for our instruments and minds to fully grasp. It means evolution may not be the straight line we once believed, and that magic and science may not be opposites but two sides of the same hidden code. Most disturbingly, it means we are not the dominant force on this planet. We are simply the most arrogant. The creature isn't just a biological anomaly. It's a warning, a message from the wild. There are rules we don't understand and consequences we're not prepared for. In trying to catalog everything, to control everything, we may have awakened something that was never meant to be found. So now the question is yours to answer. What do you believe this creature truly is? A genetic accident? A forgotten guardian of ancient magic? Or proof that science and the supernatural are far more connected than we dare to admit? Drop your theory in the comments. We read them all. And if this story chilled your curiosity, there's more where that came from. The world is filled with mysteries that defy reason, beasts that dwell in the cracks of our understanding. Subscribe to Mysteries of the Wild for more untold stories of creatures science can't explain, magic that refuses to die, and the dark corners of nature that still watch us. Silently. Because in the wild, the most terrifying things aren't the ones we see, but the ones we were never meant to. Please like, subscribe, and press the bell icon for more videos.